Hey, Wee Hao, how are you?
Oh, hey. Good, good.
Good to see you.
I know. Welcome back.
Thank you. Yes, uh, we had a good trip to Philadelphia. That
No,
that went
good.
very well. And excited about how I think things are starting to fall into place so that we can really start the real work. But setting it up, it does
No, good.
take some effort.
You guys did a lot of work, so thank you for
Yeah.
that.
And one of the great pleasures of the uh, travel there, an excursion to Philadelphia, was getting the chance to meet Jeannie and uh, having her assist us and uh, get to know her. And a really wonderful person. It was really nice to have her be there uh, and a great commitment coming down from New York. So um, that was cool.
Oh, thank you, thank you. Good. She enjoyed it, definitely. She's also get to step up her role and herself. So good opportunity that she get to work with you guys.
Yes.
I always jokingly say that, I purposely
你
didn't
发了
go
哪
on
个
this
邮箱
trip
啊？
so that you cannot
发
hide
是
behind me.
冉燕飞的，
是蓝燕飞的，但是
Hello.
安利的洛还是陈冉做的？
陈冉。
Hello,
我没有哎，我
I'm sitting in my car, so I basically have to mute myself.
Oh, and here she is.
Hey guys. Oh, so
Hi.
dark.
Hi,
Hold.
Jeannie.
Gee.
Oh my God, I'm in the dark room. Hold. Okay, here you go.
I was just telling Wee how great it was for us all to be together in Philadelphia and that we really enjoyed the whole experience.
Yeah, definitely. Yep, you missed it. Wait, how it was great.
Yeah, I was just telling Jack that I purposely missed it so that you can shine with not
Ah.
behind me.
Uh-huh.
You wouldn't defer leadership.
How come it's drawn from my phone? Amazing.
No, now good. Now you show up twice. Good.
Yes. You get around, Jeannie.
I know I try my adaptability. Um, the weather hot and cold, so I'm moving around. So
Isn't that the truth? The same here in Pittsburgh. So, welcome everyone. Uh, how long do you think we should wait? Maybe 2 more minutes or so before we start? Ah, okay.
What happened to Ming Lee? He was in the meeting earlier.
He was in his car and wanted to turn off the camera, but it looks like, let me see. Oh, he's here.
Oh, there you go. Hello, Ming Lee. How are you?
I'm always here, but I have to cover my face, so the reception on the cell phone is stronger. And I'm
Yes.
riding in the car in the darkness.
Got it.
But I'm listening carefully, every single word I heard.
Okay, good.
We lost Celine, so let's wait a couple moments. So we get to launch our Memorial Day weekend off with a meeting. So that's that's pretty cool. So anyone have any special plans for the weekend?
Um,
No.
yeah, a little bit, not too much.
We have a music festival in our town here for the weekend, so
Tomorrow morning, I have to get up around 5:30 a.m., leaving New York for West Point Military Academy to attend one of my friend's son's graduation ceremony.
Oh, wow, what an event that is. I bet it will be
Driving,
very impressive to witness.
of course. Yeah.
Here we go. Hi, Celine. Can you hear us now?
Yes, I switched computer. I don't know whatever was happening. I gave up working on that computer.
Okay.
Sorry about that. Yeah.
No worries. We're good. And here's Julie. Hi, Julie. Welcome.
Hello.
Hey, Julie.
Sorry I was running late.
No worries. We didn't even start yet, so perfect timing. So why don't we get started? And those of you that might have had the chance to read Celine's blog with regard to our excursion to Philadelphia will be updated in detail with the events that occurred there and several of the tasks and the people that we met throughout the weekend. I'll just generally describe it as a whirlwind of our traveling around Philadelphia, and think it was very successful with the tasks that we accomplished with meeting with people and setting the groundwork for the event in September. So that generally said, let me just say, here's a basic outline of what's been accomplished. The permit application, as we mentioned last meeting, has been approved as far as the dates are concerned. And we have it reserved for Saturday the 5th and Sunday the 6th, among other dates. So that's number one. Number two, we were in communication with and to set up, and Xiaoyan and Celine met with the National Constitution Center staff with regard to discussing the rental of the facility for our purposes on the weekend of the 5th of September, and possibly the 6th, and maybe even the 7th. So we'll talk about that more a little bit later, but just want to assure everyone that we have the dates reserved for that weekend for the facilities, and we'll be discussing how we will implement selecting the exact times for those reservations a little bit later here. We also, just to update you, we have our one of our supporters, Matt Song, helping us in Philadelphia and met with us then while we were there, and he will be assisting us with the logistics as far as having the site at the Independence Square be set up with the stage, screen, etc. He's done this before, so we're very fortunate to have someone there on the ground in Philadelphia that's done this kind of thing before and is committed to doing so. We also, and I'm going to let Celine and Xiaoyan explain the details with regard to the Constitution Center, but they spent a great deal of time there this past weekend. They're familiar with the facility and the agenda that the Jack Miller Center set up using it is something that we went to school with, so to speak, and will be able to borrow from what we saw they do as far as our presentation is concerned and our efforts are concerned. Also, before I get to any further, Celine and Xiaoyan, do you want to speak with regard to the dates and then also the Constitution Center facility and what possibilities we have decided to be considered?
Dr. Zhang, why don't you go ahead? I've said enough. You're on mute.
You're on mute.
Yeah, something I like to report back to our planning committee is that I know everybody on everybody's mind is the date and time and the menu for this national event. Came back from that trip, we now know we have the date reserved both for the Independence Square and Constitution Center. That's the key message on. However, the arrangement is slightly different than we originally thought. Originally, we thought we use Saturday to do the outdoor and Sunday on the Labor Day weekend to do the indoor panel discussions. But given the fact that the Constitutional Center, they close on Monday, but they open on Sunday, so we couldn't use their facility there for our indoor event. So now,
on Sunday.
Right, now we're changing the schedule a little bit, so we're gonna have our outdoor meeting on the square on Sunday, September the 7th.
Yes.
And then the indoor event, the panel discussion, would be on Monday, which the Constitution Center will be closed. When they close that, so they can host our event in the facility. So that's one change. So basically now the schedule is, so current situation is everybody can arrive on Saturday, the September the 6th.
No, Saturday's the 5th.
Oh, Saturday is the 5th, sorry.
Yes.
And then 6th is Sunday, right?
Correct.
Yeah. So the 6th is Sunday. We have the outdoor event in Independence Square. An evening, we will have dinner banquet at the Constitution Center. Then Monday, the 7th, right? Monday would be the 8th now.
Yes.
So Monday the 8th, we'll have the indoor panel discussions and lunch meetings at the Constitution Center. So that's a shifting. So I think that's affecting way how your programming side, we'll discuss those. It's the same format, but it's different day now. So we have a Saturday arrival, Sunday is outdoor. Sunday, all the event would be, and this way actually all the event would be right at the Independence Square Mall in that whole area. So logistically, it's much easier to handle that way. Everything will be there. And we have now hold both date for the Independence Square on September the 7th and the Constitution Center for banquet on September 7th and also September 8th, Monday, Labor Day, to have our event at the Constitution Center. So in that sense, our date and venue are pretty much now set. Of course, we're waiting for the Constitution Center give us the actual proposal with the pricing, with everything else. We know it's going to be a little bit more pricey, but we feel very good when we attend event this last weekend at the Constitution Center. Not only is prestigious, the service is very professional. Everything in there they handle. So it gave us a very good experiences. We had a dinner there, we had lunch there, we have a session there. So that's the major things we can report back to our team. So now our date pretty much secured, and for both the outdoor and the indoor, that's Independence Square and the Constitution Center. Those are two desirable venue. We have them, all the days are hold for that, and we have availability for those. We just have to now talk about the details. So that's a major modification change. Weihao especially, I know we're going to talk about the content side. Now you have a general idea, what kind of contents we can have. The Constitution Center have a general meeting capacity space for meeting that can hold up to 600 people. So that's more than enough for us. We're probably looking at 400 to 500. But for the breakout session, the Constitution Center does not have too many breakout. They only have one that holds about 100, 150 people. So if we have let's say 2 or 3 different breakout sessions, we do have to find other venues. And this time we also found right on the square in walking distance, there is a visitor center, has a venue, about 100 people we can put in there. And we have another one also in walking distance, right on the edge of the square. That one is for the Jewish Museum. I think the American Jewish Museum. That one also have a multiple smaller size meeting rooms. So we can have let's say 2, 3, maybe even 4 breakout sessions. We have, as you design that, and we can find other meeting venues right next to the Constitution Center. So the whole idea is the entire event will all be hosted and managed on the square in that walking distance with that whole square. So that's our biggest kind of we're actually physically there. We walk to different one. We attend the meeting in different place. So have a very good feel and first-hand feel about the event venue. So that's Céline, you might want to add some. Those are, I remember, that's to me, those are major decisions we're now making.
I think that when we are able to host the entire event within the same facility, a group of facility, makes things convenient. Jack actually drove around the square and got lost. He accidentally took a turn and went all the way to New Jersey, and it took him 45 minutes just to come back. So parking, it's a little bit inconvenient, but if people got there either by, like a charter bus, or if we are able to arrange hotel in the downtown area, there's actually a train that goes directly from the airport to Chinatown, but it's like 4 or 5 blocks from where we need to be. So if we can just keep everything within that area, makes the logistic a lot convenient. It's not just for us, but we have to consider about the attendees as well. If they are confused, if they're worried about where they're going, if they got lost, then they are not able to focus on, the content of the event. So we try to minimize that as much as possible.
Can we possibly have a initial map? Because right now it's a lot of people gonna be involved. Maybe in order to visualize, we can develop a initial plan about the map, the venue, and what kind of the content of the event will be helpful.
Yeah, that's a great suggestion. I'll make that.
Jeff, you're mute.
Oops, I'm sorry. Yes, that's a great suggestion. And the Constitution Center and the Independence Square is right in one location, and very nearby is Chinatown, so being oriented to it, and then there's several museums that are nearby that we're seriously considering buying having participate in a program where you buy a group of access museum tickets in order to see the different ones that exist there. So that's a great idea.
Yeah. And also just adding to that, we might work it Dr. Zhang, you mentioned about the tour and all that. I wonder if we have all the time and stuff, maybe we can purchase the tickets. The tickets can good for a year. People can go back and visit. I don't know, just throwing out there.
We have to negotiate with the visitor center. We don't know what kind of package they have. Right
Yeah.
now, we're just thinking about for this event that weekend, right, to work out a
Yeah.
package. You can buy one city pass and you can go to any museum around there.
Right.
The other thing we found out actually very useful information that is on the museums are open usually from 11 to 5. I believe that's what we learned. So let's say if we have our event opening ceremony in the morning, 9:30 to 12, we'll together work out the content. But let's say that block is for at the square, we have opening ceremony, inviting VIPs, so inviting keynote speakers and our community leaders, whatever, and maybe have some performance, whatever that is. That probably went from 9:30 to 12. And then at 12, we can let people go because the museum opened at 11. So in the morning, if we tour, they have nowhere, the museums are not open. And then we also learn by 5 o'clock, usually museum close there, so people can then come back to the square, okay? In between, we also have like art displays, we may have tent, we have other activities also going on at the square, so people can stay in the square, still attend a different place, or they can walk out to have lunch someplace nearby the restaurant. So basically from 12 to 5 this time, probably people can just go out, go to museum and have lunch or do something on the square. And now another idea, remember Jenny, Tracy, been proposing to say, let's have some entertainment. They even propose idea, let's say if we can have a open concert, public concert, from 5 to, let's say from 5 to 6, or 5 to 6:30. That's in the evening. The sun is not as hot, and people usually at that time goes. That will be a public free concert. If as they propose, we can get the Philadelphia Symphony to perform, that would be great, because that's internationally renowned, orchestra. If they have the ability to get that, would be great. And then have other Asian Americans, whoever we can organize, to get something going there too. So if you think about that, so basically 9:30 to 12 would be open ceremony, and then 12 through 5 is that's a free time. They can go to visit museum, to the lunch, whatever. Come back around 4:35 to have a public concert. And of course, we can feature different themes, and we can figure out what that. And then 6:30 or 7, whatever, they walk over the mall just to go to the Constitution Center to participate in dinner banquet. Of course, not everybody, because dinner banquet you have to purchase tickets to go in. So on the opening on the Independence Square, we could have as many as a couple of thousand people, but the dinner would be only like maybe 400, maximum 500 or something. So that's kind of a picture begin to show. I mean, we have to fill in the contents, but that's how that's a full day, and it's all around that square. We didn't go anywhere too far away, and the experiences we learned from this time from JMC conference, they actually have tour guide on site, wear special conference, wear special clothes to show their professional guiders who can help people to different places. I thought those are all very good practice. We found that very helpful when we were there attending their conference. So that way will be, so that's the first day. And then second day, we come back to Constitution Center, have a general session and breakout session, and come back, have lunch, and have a keynote speaker, and then that's over, right? By 1 o'clock, 1:30 at most, the things will be over, and then people can either plan to go home on Sunday afternoon, or they want to stay a little longer. But since people also arrive already on Saturday, the first day, that's also free time they can have to go to museums, go to whatever. So make their trip worthwhile from West Coast, from other places, from Miami or from Midwest or whatever. That's 2.5 days, Saturday all the way to evening of a Monday, have a good experiences to really make their trip worthwhile. So that's kind of the picture begin to emerge as we talk to different people. What we feel good about that now, we do have the September the 5th, 6th, and 7th, and now 8 all secured. So I think that's the major result. I just noticed Suji just joined in. Suji?
Hello. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm late. Just
I don't know if you
home.
catch we'll give you a highlight, quick summarize. Because everybody now concerned about is the date and the venue, right? We have to confirm that. So Jack and I and Celine, we just shared with the team, but I will quickly give you a summary. The highlight is out of the trip, we now have a date and we have a venue, both. So
That's great.
the date is now, the little difference is the date for the outdoor event on the Independence Square will be on Sunday, not on Saturday as we originally planned. The reason for that is the Constitutional Center, they cannot let us use their, they have to let us, when we have our event there, we have to use the time they close, not when they open to the public. So that means they have Monday, Tuesday is a closing day, okay, for them. So they don't have facility for us on Sunday. Sunday is open to the public. So what we have now is we secured a date with Constitutional Center on the Sunday, September the 7th, in the evening.
Monday. It's
Yeah,
Monday.
no.
Keep 6, right? Sunday is 6. Yeah.
Right.
Okay. On September the 6th, Sunday, we secured for dinner. Okay. And then Monday they close, so we can use their facility for our general session and luncheon, breakout sessions, and a meeting. You know, so now we have secured both for the Independence Square, the date, and also secured that for the Constitution Center. So right now we're just waiting for the detailed proposal from the Constitution Center about the cost. You know, they have a different cost for different events. Like a banquet would be one cost. You know, your lunch will be one cost. Use their room for panel discussion, for meeting will be one cost. So all those will be. We'll learn that very soon. So the big news is we now have a date. We now have a venue. So there's and it's a venue. That's our top choice. It's the Constitution Center.
So basically, we have 2-day events, Sunday and Monday.
Right. So actually, Monday would be half day. So we're thinking people that can plan for their going back in afternoon.
Yeah, sounds good. Very good.
So that's the major, and also just have everybody know. Later we can share some pictures. The venue for the Constitution Center is really nice, very great, because they not only have a big glass window, and 2 floors, but also there is a terrace, right? When you have the dinner after, you can walk on the terrace and see the entire, Philadelphia's nightlight. That's really nice, and it's a beautiful venue, really, and it's very prestigious. It's going to be a bit more expensive, but I feel it worth it. And when we just go to sponsors, I think if they know the significance and the venue what they're supporting, I think we'll get the support as we need it. So right now, that's why we secured the date and we secured venue. Now just have to work out the details.
Good.
So the next thing is we'll be evaluating the cost and figuring out what the exact numbers are, and hope to maybe even have that resolved by next week or the following week. In the meantime, now that we have the dates and the site put into place and reserved, I would suggest we start considering breaking up into our respective subcommittees in order to start planning, fundraising, promotion, logistics, potential speakers. So there's several tasks that we're going to need to address, and starting to plan in those individual categories is going to be important. So I would like to suggest that each of you consider what task you feel most comfortable with as far as assisting with promoting the event, and let us know, let Celine know this coming week what it is that you'd like to do. I know, Weihao, you've already laid out an entire program, so we know where you're coming from, and you're already participating with your work, but others too. So think about what you feel most comfortable with and doing. Let us know, and we'll start putting the committees into place and task them with planning the specific goals that we want each of them to accomplish.
Celine, I think you already have some information about, because last week we already asked people to submit. I know I submit my subcommittee assignment. I know Suji did some too. Do we have some general idea how many people are in each group now?
There's some when I send out, and by the way, everyone who is here, I believe you all have, but just in case if you haven't looked at the National Event Committee rules of engagement and replied that email or signed some kind of, signature to acknowledge you've read it and understand, do so. And I went back to the email. There's Vidvek, there's Chang, there's a few other people who sign up to be either facilitator, fundraising, and advisor in some other capacity. So what I'm doing is I'm exploring this Zoho project app, and it helps me to, I guess, make categories based on each project. That means each committee, right? And then within the committee, there are different tasks that need to be done. For example, within fundraising, it could be, prospecting lists. It could be, whatever kind of companies or individual, some, finance, check, keep check, and like promotion, there's design, there's different channels, there's, so I'm making this projects and tests, and then I would be putting this individual's name within so that it would be a lot more organized, because sometimes people come to meetings and they cannot follow from meeting notes to get every detail. And then sometimes, when we send out messages, it's everywhere, like in email, in WhatsApp, in text messages. So within the project management system, we can get a lot more organized. So I'm working on that.
I'm just curious, like it's like right now, June, July, August, a little bit over 3 months. Are we planning to have maybe some kind of advertising promotional flyer, and also maybe a promotional video, whatever we can put together?
Yes and no, in a way that we are not randomly advertising, because this is not a festival. This is not something that we, mass market. And even though we are open to anyone who wants to come, number one prerequisite is English. We would have some trouble with the language issue if, different people come and we have to deal with translation, and the accuracy is one problem. And then another thing is, even if we are able to translate some of the major language like Indian, Chinese,
Celine, why would you think this will need translation? This is like, yeah,
Oh,
we're not,
English should be fine.
yeah, it's all English. It's not about translation work though, in terms
no,
of,
I understand, but when we advertise, we're gonna have people in the community that want to come. And
mm,
I don't want to say they're not welcome just because of, whatever language issues they may have, but we have to be marketing in a very intentional way. So if you read my blog, if you noticed some of the things that we've been doing, and not you specifically, Jeannie, but in general, like everyone, we want to invite or have the people who are at least more engaged, people who have more interest in the topic that we would be, presenting and discussing about. In our advertisement, maybe something that Weihao is setting up, the theme of the event, some breakout sessions, we would promote them so that people know what they're coming for. This is not just a gathering for,
no,
sometimes people like to gather just because they like to gather. So if we have you know, it's 400 people, and we got about 30 committee planners and advisors total, and some other people. And if each one of us can invite 10 close friends that we know that they want to be empowered, they are, you know, the kind of community leaders that are doing their things, it's really not hard to gather these people together. So,
Okay.
yeah, I don't want 1,000 or 2,000 people, and then, you know, they're coming in and not knowing what it's for. So,
Okay. No, I didn't mean to, like, you know, it's not for general public. That wasn't the intention. But maybe the outdoor one, maybe, you know.
Yeah, outdoor one is popular,
Yeah.
right? Mhm.
Yes.
By the way,
Well,
the outdoor one that Philadelphia City, I think Jack, right? Andy already suggests when we talk to the City Visitor Center and talk to the Cassie, she already mentioned that once you have this, they're going to use their platform, social media platform to promote the event, and especially for the nearby state. She particularly mentioned they have a very popular, have very high click, you know, or exposure website. That's for like New Jersey, for Pennsylvania, for Delaware, for New York, all those surrounding areas. This has a very impactful, especially for our open door on the square. That's for public. They said they can really help us. Got the same day people come here, you know, just join us. So it looks like the same day for open door, we may have a couple of thousand people to come up, but later, those paid and registered event, dinner and others will be much smaller. That's where I think, Celine, your point well taken. That's those people come here should know why they come here, really to be empowered and engaged. And the other thing, I think Andy, one of our advisors, had excellent advice. He knows local, so he said he's going to find Philadelphia Inquiry or something, a local newspaper, and to do an interview of us about our project. I think all these are excellent ideas. You know, we'll got those. So they've been very supportive. But Jenny, I think your point well taken. That is, we do need to have a subcommittee just focus on promotion and marketing. Yeah, we do need that, and that is a subcommittee we have to form. And Jenny, obviously, you have a lot of ideas. Join that, you know, to share your thought idea there, and let's do it. And the fundraising outreach are critical now. Now we have a date. We have a skeleton of ideas. When people talk to this, we can now go outreach. I already volunteer. Will be in that, you know, fundraising and outreach committee. I know Sudi, you're in there too. Jack, you have, you know, I think you already signed up to be there. Celine has to be there anyway. Celine, you'll be everywhere. So we have a committee already. I think we now need to start working on that and identify at least how to outreach to them, because now we have something to offer. We can see this will be on Independence Square, it will be Consteel Center, the contents, you know, and then we'll have a signing of the charter for the future. All of this, you know, that's all right there. By the way, another thing, Celia and I, when we attend this Jack Miller Center meeting last weekend, at the end of the day, the keynote speaker was the two co-chairs from the American 250 National Committee. So that's at lunch. And after that, Celine approached one to the lady, right? Peggy was her name. And I approached the other one. So we all had a very good conversation and established a connection. And I'm follow up with them. So we want to have a direct connection now to the chairman of the committee, to see what they want to do and what we can collaborate. So those are some major, I guess, the result, you know, from this weekend meeting, to really get into that circle, so to be connected.
That's good. So now we have dates, we have the venues, and then do we have to wait until the cost from the, you know, the indoor venues to finalize our program inside? Or
No, I think we can now start to just go to details to start really go to detail. For example, like the first day outdoor, what's in there? You know, I think one thing we should begin to think about is who are the keynote speakers we want to invite? Who should be, you know, we have multiple opportunity now. Opening ceremony on the open door. We have a banquet in the evening. We have second day, we have a luncheon. We can have a keynote. And of course, also all those sessions. We need to have people to lead the session and, you know, we need to start to put that together now. And they're just throughout to get something I've been thinking because we were there. For example, like a keynote, I'm just threw something out, you know, so everybody can think, and Celine and Jeff will start collecting. Everybody can suggest the candidate you can think about it to be keynote speaker. A couple of things that came to my mind. One is, of course, if we can get the new mayor of New York, Madali. I mean, that would be a good showcase of Asian Americans can make a change, can make a difference. Of course, don't talk about politics, but just as Asian American to be part of American society, right? And then we have other people. There are so many big public traded companies are led by the CEOs are Asian Americans. There's the Indian Americans, the Chinese Americans. You know, how about Jason Wang? Can we get him? You know, I'm just throwing those out. Let's think big. We now have a stage. I say people want to come on the stage. Lisa Su, you know, from AMD. You know, like there's the CEO of Google, CEO of Microsoft. All these are Indian Americans. You want to, you know, come to talk about your reflection on American 250, about Declaration of Independence. I'm just thinking through that out. Let's think big, think wild, and say we may not get them, but we have a stage. Just remember that. The other one I'm thinking about is since we're going to leverage this platform to push for the AAPI museum project, you know, in DC in the next 10 years, that will be one of the items in our charter, right? Why not reach out to the planning committee, get somebody there? You know, we know Eileen Zhao, we know the Grace Meng's behind this whole thing, we know Candy Kim behind this, and we know Xu Jie, which is the co-chair, we know Qilin Tong, are, you know, in there. And of course, Jack, we also know through our AAUC connection, right? Zia, what's her name?
Helen Zia.
Yeah, Helen Zia.
Yes.
These are actually, they are right in this 8-member committee. If we just get one, you know, come over to talk about AAPI Museum as we signing our charter for the future, and that will be a good collaboration between top down and bottom up. You know, that we represent the community. So I just want to throw those ideas. Now we have a date, we have stage, we have the venue. Let's think, how can we make this really powerful event? Because if we get those people in as a big attraction, people want to come to be part of that. So anyway, I just want to throw it out for everybody to think.
And I think for the AAPI museum committee, planning committee, they really need some organizations to promote the whole project. That's a very good opportunity for us to get a connection with them and then work together for something.
Yeah, we actually bring something to the table, right? I think they are now looking for community support. So we give them platform. You can launch this right here. Make that a 10 years calling, you know, call to action to entire Asian American community. I think they will love the idea. I already, by the way, Suji, I already had a chance to communicate with Xu Jie. I already connected, and he is, he's going to communicate with us. So we'll see where that. But we need to get somebody from there. Let's say we get someone from there. We get someone from corporate world. We get someone from politicians. You know, the Asian Americans. We pump up the whole thing. You know, now we have a Constitution Center. We have Independence Square. We have that. We elevate this whole event to that level already. Hopefully, it will be. You know, we can also engage people like that. So Anyone, use your imagination, use your thought, whatever you have. This is the time to open to
Sure.
Jack and Celine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I
we
have,
can.
yeah.
Oh,
Go
go
ahead.
ahead, Jenny.
So I want to throw it out there, guys. Okay. Currently I'm a student. The classes, I started this past Monday. Is I have a very tough professor, very intense right now, to be honest. I feel anxiousness, but I try to work between time. So in terms of my participation, I don't know how much, but I've been working on with a musician that work with a lot of musician. I think she has a leadership skills, very articulate. She's a Korean born in Japan. So she's ambitious. She's working on one of the project called Zionist. It sounds like Zionist. It spells like this. Hold on.
Then.
It's like a Japanese born, Korean born in Japanese. She tell her whole story and also using music collaboration. She worked with some institution here. In terms of leading the outdoor performance, I was thinking her leadership will be greatly helpful. I'm more an idea person and connect. So I'm meeting with her tomorrow to talk about these projects. She understood right away about our project and she performed all over the world and she worked with a lot of musicians all over the world as well through her podcast. I think her whole mission will be very ideal. I can share with you some of the work she do. She's one of the co-founder of PianoPod during the pandemic. Wei Hao might have heard of her, and we work with together. And also, I will share with you guys about her project. So I was thinking using her leadership and her connection with the musician, classical though mostly, piano, maybe pianist. I can collect some musician in terms of outdoor performances. So another, I want to throw the idea out there. I may not be the person who have done like great skill like this. I just want to throw some ideas out there in terms of for the outdoor event, even indoor, possibly is with the classical, have piano, violin, and what is that called, the
Harp.
harps. Any classical. And then I was thinking, may not be everything classical. Maybe we can throw in some modern one. I know an Indian friend that I know very closely. She hosting international tango event in India. They travel all over the world, to do just a tango. It will be very interesting, have a section for them wearing sari to do their tango. So that is my couple of ideas. Another idea is that one of the event I have seen is that in person, it's called pole dance. You know how the pole dance normally would associate with the adult entertainment, but they have this beautiful, very acrobatic, but more on the healthy way they do performances. I know they couple of people like competitively compete, so more like healthy, but also in a modern way of looking at that. Something, just throw some modern idea in terms of some of the outdoor events or something.
Jeannie, let me just add on top of what you just said.
Yeah.
And one of the thoughts that I have is a possibility is at the Constitution Center, there is a very large outdoor patio on the second floor there that Celine and Xiaoyan and I walked out of during at the end of the event, at the end of the evening. And that might be a very good site at the beginning of the evening, before the banquet, to have classical music out on this patio, which is outside, and you can see it's a great panoramic view of the city and the Independence Square. So just a possibility that might fit into what we could focus on. And so, anyways, more to
Yeah,
discuss later.
definitely more to discuss. You see, these are the things are that no what whoever I brought up, it's not like guaranteed they're gonna be, we accept or they're gonna say yes. It's just a throwing the idea out there. Eventually, we will have a panel to go through what is appropriate and the flow of the event and how much time we have. And also, I'm thinking of should be mixture of modern and the classical. We don't want to like lion dance, all that. It's just like more like a modern version of what we represent as especially 250 AA. So and possibly like ideal like in New York we have a little island that have a lot more like a modern updated version of the classical art. So that's only a few of my idea. I would love to hear what is your feedback in general from what I just at this moment envision.
Yeah, great. Thank you for all the input. I think definitely that go into all the subcommittee of program planning. So I actually have contacted Wenbing myself this past week, and he's agreed to join me in the program subcommittee. He said, "You're the chair, I'm the co-chair," so he's being humble to take his the co-chair role, or vice chair role. And so we are going to plan coming early this week to start to detail out the program. So we'll be able to now go to you to actually submit the name and suggestions, and we can begin to the work on inviting speakers and those work to be done. I have one question about the museum part. Originally, I think we said the day one we have the big stage event, and then from 9 to 12, and after that people go to museum that would have a guided tour. Just now here the guided tour available, maybe with Jack Miller Center support. But they're originally thinking that some of the first day breakout session may happen in some of the museums, whereas they go through the tour. Is there some possibility of like those museum people are going to has spaces for them to do breakouts, discussions and things like that during their tours?
I will answer that. So the museums, some of them open, like 5 days or so, but in the next week till the fall, most of them, if not all, are opening 7 days a week. And the reason for the National Constitution for Sunday or any night that we could use is 6 and later. There's a 4-hour minimum, but there's no limit. So, if you want, you can stay till 12, 1, 2, whatever, but that's the nighttime because they just need the morning visitors to clear, and then they have time to set up the general area, which is like the atrium, the hallway, the patio, and things like that. But each one of those museums, the visitor center, the Jewish Museum, NCC, they have auditoriums. So the auditoriums are not generally open as like a museum exhibit. So even during the day when they're open to the public, whether it's, our visitors or the people who buy their own ticket, they're not accessing those auditoriums. So as long as we book them in advance, we could use that as breakout sessions during the museum hours is fine. So whoever enters it, just to make sure they have the badge, because they have to be able to enter the front door of the museum and they know they are going to the auditorium instead of, hanging out and wandering around the other exhibits. The Jack Miller Center, how they did it was the first day before it all started, they had a naturalization ceremony and the room was filled. So I think they probably allowed like 100 people to sign up for it. And we all do that in advance, right? So when we mark it, we have people to sign up for those sessions. So it is important that we figure out our own programming first, and then, we could plan around that.
I noticed Stephen just joined us. Stephen.
Hey, Stephen.
Hi,
Yeah.
everyone. How are you?
Yeah, I know we're discussing some details now, but we want to give you a quick catch up so you can follow the conversation. So the first item we already discussed, when we came back from Philadelphia and affirmed two things now. We now have the date and the venue. The venue one is opened, Independence Square for the outdoor event, and the Constitution Center. We have secured a date and that venue. Right now, we're just waiting for their proposal, tell us specific cost for different type of event. So the good thing is now we have both venue, the Independence Square and also Constitution Center. But Constitution Center going to be a little bit pricey, but that's okay. I feel we elevate the status, we can get the sponsorship, to take the place. So
we have it for the same day, right? We have both locations for the same day.
Here's the thing: the first day, from the morning to about 6 o'clock, that's outdoor, and then the evening banquet will be at the Constitution Center, and then the second day we'll have half day: morning breakfast, and then the panel discussion and meeting, and then lunch, and then meeting will be over like 1:30 something. This is very similar to the event we just attend by the Jack Miller Center. We found that experience is actually pretty smooth. It's good. So it's not too long, not too short. And also people can just leave in the afternoon, plan their going home. The only thing is we cannot do that as we originally planned on Saturday and Sunday. We have to do it in Sunday and Monday. Monday is Labor Day. The reason that is they close on Monday for Labor Day, so we have the room. If they open, we cannot use during daytime. So that's the major change. So now we're looking at the weekend of September. That will be on the Sunday is outdoor and dinner, and this Monday half day, morning to 1 o'clock for the indoor event. So right now so we're now just waiting for the cost number from we already locked the date. We said, give us the date. We already have the date. Then we're waiting for the detailed cost from them. About they have separate costs. Some for banquet, how much, and for the lunch, how much, for the meeting place, all different things. So we'll wait for them to give us a proposal. But we at least we secure the date. So we have a date, we have a venue. So that's what we discussed before. Now everybody now jump into say what we do. Now go to the content. That's why we're talking about. How do we visit museum? How do we get the opening ceremony? And then Stephen, we also begin to talk about keynote speakers. So we already start. Everybody can submit the names to say these are people we need to invite. And so that's where we're discussing right now. I just want to quick catch up. Yeah.
Wonderful, thank you, Xiaoyan. I also am in touch with the executive director of America 250 committee now. Her name is Jennifer Cochran, and let me know if anything we should ask from her specifically. She is the executive director. I think so. She should have some power. She should have a lot of power.
Okay, great. So that's the. She's in the American 250 National Committee, right?
Yeah, she's the executive director of America 250
Okay.
committee.
Okay. So maybe is that possible we can arrange a meeting or something so we can kind of share the information and explore collaboration?
Sounds good. Sounds good. I have her cell phone number.
Okay.
She told me to email her,
Okay.
and then she's gonna get me connected with her executive assistant.
Okay.
Congressman Roger introduced me to her,
Okay,
and
great.
she's very nice and very much willing to help. So
Yeah, that's great. And you can send her first step to send her the link to our website, so she instantly know what we're doing. Stephen, one particular thing, if we have a chance to talk to her, we like to talk to her is we know that American 250 committee is planning and organizing a American 250 time capsule project, right? We discussed time capsule project. That will be buried. There's a ceremony in Philadelphia on July 4th, buried on Independence Square. This time capsule project, I can send you later a one-page description about that. That actually is the original congressional resolution about establish American 250 commission. One of the tasks is to bury this time capsule. The time capsule will have artifact from all 50 states collected, buried with the time capsule underground, and then will be open 250 years later. It's a kind of a, well, just a symbolic, but we know that they will do that on July 4th. What I don't know is whether as invitation only or it's open to public, who can attend, right? If we can work with her to see if we can attend, we'll send some representative from our committee to go there to see that. Because later, remember, Stephen, now we're talking about collectively sign a charter, call to action for the future. And we like to select this time capsule where they bury, they're going to have a structure there, sculpture on the ground. So we can use that as a historical significant spot, right? And everybody can sign onto our charter. Because the charter, number one, to publish a book, like we did before for 80th anniversary, about AAPI community participation in American 250, right? We're going to publish a book and register that in the Library of Congress, like we did last time. That would be within 1 year. And then we propose second goal is in 10 years, have AAPI museum built in Washington, D.C., just like, that's 10 years. And then, of course, we can say for the next 250 years, that's a longer term, we'll contribute like America. We're the, we're the stakeholder for this country. So when we do a signing ceremony there on that day and at the square, this time capsule would be a very good spot to have the gathering, to have the signing, to have the ceremony. So if we can work with American 250, have them support this, especially surrounding the time capsule project, that would be a big help to us. That will elevate our whole event as well.
Okay, it sounds good. I'll talk to her first.
Okay.
Probably either over the weekend or on Tuesday, and
That's
then
fine.
I'm gonna organize a meeting with us.
Great.
ASAP. Okay.
All right.
That's
And
great.
then we can all join. I mean, Celine can join. I can join. Jeff can join. We can all join you. Thanks, Steve.
Sounds good.
Yeah. Okay. Keep. We're now just at a brainstorm session because we have a place now. We have date. We just now brainstorm. See what we. Oh, another thing, Stephen. We're now also organize the subcommittees. I believe. Have you choose a subcommittee you want to be part? There are.
I chose to be in the programming committee.
Oh, okay, good.
Member.
So now, programming now. I think is Wei Hao leading the programming now, right? Wei Hao, you're the chair now, right?
I believe so.
I just want to make sure. So Stephen also part. Suji also part. They are very busy, but they have a brilliant idea. So just keep them in the process. So Wenbin also in the program committee, Stephen. So
That's good. That's good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Wenbin is
I mean,
also in. So
programming committee is important because we would need to figure out, how to how the program would flow and coherently, right? And making sure that we have the best speakers and everybody will get the most out of it. So I think it's very important.
Right.
So
Yes.
it's the core of the programs. So
So Wei Hao, you're now leading this. So you can set up some time with all your members. Get a email group or something, whatever you get. Oh no, maybe follow Ceiling's this
Thank you.
project management software or something. But now you have quite a few people in there now. Wei Hao.
Awesome. All right. Perfect. Definitely need a lot of important brain and outreach ability for programs. So
Yeah, we all. This is important now. We have the skeleton. Now you have to fill the meat. Yes.
all right. So Suji, Stephen,
Wenbin's in there.
Wenbin. Okay.
And of course, Jack is there. Ceiling's in there, and I will join as needed. Whenever you. And I know other people.
Okay, Jack
and Jeannie.
Jenny, you want to join that program committee, subcommittee too?
Music
I
program.
think Jenny has some good ideas already. So
Music program.
that would be great if
I
Jenny
will-
can be.
I will try my best, but I will definitely want to find some strong leadership to handle because there's a lot of detailed logistic will be involved. Yes.
But I'll tell you what, just connecting us with your musician, that'll be a big deal just in and of itself.
Yeah, I will artists, musicians that I will definitely very interested to make this happening. Yeah.
Okay, awesome.
Right. Any other topics or comments or ideas people wish to offer tonight?
So we can definitely get some people from US American 250 to participate our events, right?
Yeah,
Some kind of leaders from there. We should have a couple of leaders from there at least.
Yeah, we're in dialogue with them. Now Stephen have another, we met with the committee chairmen, but those are like, quite a number of chairmen. So we only met with 2 of those. But executive director, like Stephen mentioned, probably also very important because that's the daily, you want to talk to people who can actually do things. So yes, our current plan is to have American 250 to have probably have a booth on our event or possibly send someone to give a talk. Minimally, even they have a booth, they have a lot of promotional materials about American 250 readily available. We can get those because they want to distribute those anyway.
Right.
And the other thing is I talked to the JMC president about our event and they're very supportive. They also print a lot of, American 250 materials, but under JMC Center. So I'm thinking to get them also at a table in our tent so they can pass out a lot of materials themselves. Those are well-made, legit, very powerful materials. And then the other one we're talking about is we're now in dialogue with Philadelphia 250. So we want Philadelphia 250 to also become a co-sponsor of our event. So put their logo there. So now you have American 250, you have Philadelphia 250, you have JMC Center. All these are mainstream. Beyond, of course, we will have our other co-sponsor, Asian American Chamber of Commerce or some kind of organization. In Philadelphia, a number of those organizations, they might want to become a co-host or collaborator. So their label will be out there too. So yes, those are definitely is in the plan to get those together. So make that event really powerful and
yeah, we should let American 250 leaders play some important roles in our events. Give the speech and the talk. Yeah.
Well, I think they probably will focus on their big event in Washington, D.C., I imagine.
Yeah, 4th of July, they will have one. But that one,
Yeah, we have a different time. Yeah, different time.
yeah, that one,
maybe.
Stephen, is they call that Freedom 250. Now we understand they're two separate. Freedom 250 is under White House, and they have direct fundings from the government. And then the American 250 is still nonprofit.
It's a nonprofit. Okay.
Yeah.
It's under. I kind of feel that they are related to the Congress.
Yes, they're authorized by Congress. They're established by Congress, right?
Oh, okay.
But this new one, Freedom 250, that organized the Washington event, is now under Trump administration. Is only after Trump swear in, and there was established. So there's two, but the two are what we learned is the Freedom 250 is more, of course, aligned with the current administration, whereas the American 250 is supposed to be neutral and cross the country. So that's a little different. Yeah, that's a.
Well, once we have a meeting with her, with the executive
we'll
director,
learn, yes.
we'll discuss more of the possibilities.
Right.
So,
I mean, we support both, right? I mean, that's okay. We don't get into party politics as long as they're support commemorating the American 250.
So Freedom 250, it's a government.
Yeah,
lead
they will do an event on 4th of July on the Lincoln, on the Washington Mall. I think Trump will speak and some other people, will speak. So that's a national event, and they have a budget that's funded by government. So it's different than American 250 is 501c3, and it's based on donations from corporations. So it's a little different.
So basically, Freedom 250 just have the project to make the July 4th event at DC.
Correct. That's their they want to have a big event there.
I see.
So sounds like America 250 would be a committee that could support our event more. Sounds like it is.
Yes, actually, Stephen, we are now already become supporting partner with them. That's why we can use their American 250 logo on our website and or on our promotional material. So yes, we are, but they actually mobilize people across the country. They have a big map. If you go on the website, there's a map, event map, a calendar by month. All the different activities related to 250 shows up on that. And our event, like a Philadelphia event, once we have that organized, that'll show up on there.
It will
too.
be,
Yeah.
So we have more collaboration with American 250.
Okay. Yeah, that's more meaningful then.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
Along with our mission very well.
Anything else anyone would like to bring forth for the group to talk? Okay.
I have something to share. Hold on. I'm walking away from my wife. Okay. I have something quick to share. My church and some other churches in New York City, we just decided that we are going to jointly host a special meeting conference on July 4th.
Okay.
July 4th is Saturday from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. It's a cross congregation, cross churches gathering to have the conference to pray, to worship, for rededicating the nation, the city, the state, ourselves to God. And we are planning the agenda. And I'm gonna be possibly on the stage announcing and promoting our DOI 250 stuff.
Okay. Great.
Yeah. We hope that we are going to have 700 people gathering. Our church has 2 floors, first and second floors. The full capacity is around 700 seats. We are planning to have every seat field.
Excellent.
Great.
That's
Right,
wonderful.
collect information on this kind of event. Remember, that's become part of our book, right? Later.
Yes.
Yes.
And some of you, for example, Dr. Xiaoyan, you're close by. If you want to come, you're more than welcome to come to New York City on July 4th. What a
Yes,
beautiful day.
Sure. I right now, I don't exactly know 4th of July where I have to go. Philadelphia is one possibility if we connect with American 250, and then Freedom 50. If they have an event, if we have a way to join, that's not a possibility. We have to consider, right? I'm not just me. Of course, we have other people in our committee. We all can take on some of those events. We want to go there and sharing our message and sharing our event. Great. So a lot of things happening.
I just wanted to mention that mainly if your church event is somehow, I know it's a rededication to God and all that, there's a major focus, but if there is something relevant to America 250, you could definitely give me that description of it, and then I could put it in the America 250's calendar. So you've been hosting or a major part of our last retreat and have been staying alongside with all these meetings and ideas. And I know last time you sent us a video at some kind of event, you announce and encourage people to celebrate 250 and all that. So I know you are very competent in giving the speech. I've been to different community events, and a lot of people now knowing about America 250, but they don't know too much. But they will say "Happy Birthday, America," and that's all they can say on the stage. And we want to do a little bit more than happy birthday. We want the stakeholdership. We want a better participation, civic contributor for the future. So we move beyond just saying happy birthday. So I said that to say, if you have any kind of content, anything that 2-3 sentence description, I could promote that for you too.
Great. Well, cross congregation, cross churches gathering for worship is one thing, but that is related to DOI 250. That's why I mentioned that if Dr. Xiaoyan is convenient to come to New York City, more than welcome. If you come to New York City, I kind of can guarantee that I'll make you on the stage promoting something on DOI. It is correlated, the prayer meeting and the rededication of the nation. And we are going to celebrate the 250th anniversary and talk about the relationship between religion and politics. Of course, we are designing the agenda. Me actively I'm a part of the design team. So we are going to have the agenda soon. I will let you know more information.
Now, mainly just follow up on that a little bit. I heard New York just recently established a Chinese American 250 committee or something that's headed by someone named Jiang Xu. Like, do you know him? He's but anyway, they sent me just on the news report or something about that. I don't know whether you connect with them. Yeah.
Jiang Xu. Is it J-H-O-N, Jiang Xu?
Jiang, J-O-H-N, Jiang Xu. That's 他中文名好像叫许，是个上海人呐，是你们那搞服装的，你知道这个
？I'll check it out. Yeah, I'll check it out.
许全荣吧，好像叫什么
？Not too familiar with him or her.
All right, that's okay. So they're also in New York. I'm just saying. I just heard. I'll send the report. There is a report on that. I'll email that to your WeChat. You can take a look. But anyway, so you can guys can collaborate, maybe in New York City or something.
Hey, Xiaoyan, I have a question. How many local Chinese or Asian American communities or organizations contact you and express their intention to collaborate?
Right now,
From Philadelphia, from Philadelphia.
Yeah, this trip we met with Zhu Feng and also the whole group. So they're representing this. They call themselves a coalition, right? And so they said they have like 37 co-chairs representing all kinds of organization there. So we shared with them the rules of engagement for the national event, and we had a good meeting with them. Now they are internally discussing which way they want to join in, because we're discussing there are two things, right? Either it can be co-host. Now co-host, you have a higher standard. You have to make a significant contribution, right? Bring people or sponsor something, or I think Sailing already have those listed in there, so they have that now. Or they just collaborator probably just participating, bring people, register, rather than do other things. So they have that now. They're supposedly have their internal meeting to discuss about this and let us know which way they want to join in.
So they have capability to organize a kind of volunteer team to help.
Yeah, volunteer is possibly. Actually, Celine, in that rules of engagement, Celine Suji, if you look at it toward the end of that, there's a checklist. Can you contribute this? For example, even for, say, if they can identify some keynote speakers, right? That will also contribute. Let's say someone like Ming Li and Wilson, if you guys can get the New York mayor, Madani, come to give us tips, that's a major contribution, right? So it doesn't have to be money. It doesn't have to be just what, you bring people come. They said they can bring local Chinese American community to attend at least the public event, which is free. They can bring a lot of people there. So I think that part is pretty easy for them to do actually on that day. But other contribution, like I think they made one other thing is they can sponsor. For example, once we have a budget developed, we can have people to say who want to sponsor the lunch. How much is it, right? Who wants to sponsor the reception? Who wants to sponsor for the breakfast? That's because now we have each cost. There will be components that come from the Constitution Center, and then we can say who wants to sponsor this, right? So those are things I propose to them that they can do a number of things. They can sponsor an event, and then they will have a few minutes actually give a talk, right, as a major sponsor. Or they can just bring people to the event, or they can. They're also thinking, because a lot of them are the restaurant owners, so they're thinking that maybe they can come up with a discount list for all the Chinese American restaurants in the Chinatown willing to participate. We can post their list on our website, for people that come to the city, they can, go bring some business to them too. That go both ways. But they will give a significant discount, so to attract people. So a lot of those I give to them, think about it and tell us what can you contribute. I think that's the tone for this rules of engagement is we welcome everybody to come in, but depending on which role you want to choose, and you have to tell us what can you bring to the table, right? And then we can give you recommendations on the program book and other things. So
I think they may have a connection to invite a mayor of the Philadelphia.
Yeah, I know you have a very good one too. Same thing. We'll speak same tone to let them. I already sent the rules of engagement to them, so they have a copy of that. So let them read it.
That's good. Yeah.
By the way, also one of the Liu Hongbing is not here, right? But Liu Hongbing representing the Chinese American and what do they call that? 美华总会 是吧? That's the business organization. No, they're also non-profit. But anyway, they're one of our members in the planning committee, and they have reached out to me. So we had a conversation. I again shared with them the rules of engagement. give them same assignment, find out what's your best way to participate. You can contribute money, or you can volunteer, or you can participate in planning, or you can bring significant strategic partners, or bring keynote speakers, whatever, So I think that may be the same thing we do. That's fair to everybody to say, hey,
Right. That's
this is the
good.
do. I mean, you can come in, we give you a title, but you need to tell us what can you contribute.
Yeah. Since we have that whole documents already, so that's very helpful.
Any other questions and ideas?
So the Constitution Center, they have their own exclusive catering and AV guys, and also security. So with that, we don't have to worry about, our own logistics and communication with those companies, and even volunteers for those kind of positions. So it's it's a repeat group of people that no matter what event, they're always there, so they know exactly what to do.
Yeah, because we have to use their service, right?
Right, we have to. That's I think for the
we
one
just
thing we learned
different packages.
Right, you kind of pay for what you get, in the sense that if we pay their price, and then basically they handle everything, so we don't have to worry about security, about professionalism, but the food preparation, everything else they handle, which will reduce our logistic challenge.
So for the indoor events, do you think we need to find someone or someones to be event masters to?
Yes, I think we do need some event masters, and that's another thing we need to start thinking about. Like Jenny already recommends, we have another volunteer, Tracy, we met, she Chinese American, and she has managed a number of large events and already volunteer try to help. So we'll find somebody to, and actually we have a different event, right? This is the
right.
Suji, when you talk to Weihao, when you have a program, this is all the details we have to find.
Yeah, we have
who
a
handles
lot of details.
lunch, who handles the opening ceremony, who handles the concert in the later. I mean, all different things. So we have to maybe find multiple talent to handle those.
So
I have a good MC and a good singer also.
Okay, that's fine. Is that Indian young lady? Remember last time?
Yep.
Yeah, she's
Right.
good. Yeah, she was. So we have when we go to the details, a lot of those can be pop up. We'll talk.
Right.
Find those talent. Yeah.
So all the panelists and the moderators. Yeah.
And one question I have is, I just heard that for the event management, I thought we have a local sponsor, the Chinese group, who is taking care of all the logistics for the event. Would that be
Not all the logistics. What they try to do is they actually Matt, who is also in our committee.
Yeah, Matt.
Yeah, his organization already signed agreement, I guess, with Celine already, and they're supposed to help us find all the vendors. For example, like on the open space at Independence Square, there's a lot of logistic related. Where do you got which vendor to set up stage, the speakers and none of those things. Yes, he is going to help us to get those things set up.
Okay, so they're basically an event coordinator, not event manager.
Correct. I think actually event manager is if we need one, we might want to establish one. That's I don't know. We have also I think that's why once the program come up, we might find there are actually different components. We may have to have special people in control of different, like outdoor. Even with outdoor, there's opening ceremony one, then you have a open door. If we can get a concert or something, public concert in there or something, we may have to break up, really assign to who actually responsible for what. Just the opening ceremony by itself, that 2.5 hours, is a big deal. I mean, how do you manage that whole thing? Maybe we need one person just in charge of get that together. And then for the second day, indoor, that could be another one. So Weihao, once you put it together, there's a lot of need. So we're going to identify the need and find the talent to handle those things.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the other thing I can think of is the collaboration between the different teams or different
Yeah.
is, for example, if you have, for example, fundraising, right? So is the program, like whoever managing the program, writing the program book, a program book is actually a good way of fundraising. If
Yeah.
we can basically sell advertisement. So I think that can attract a lot of interest from the local businesses in Philadelphia. So for a restaurant or whatever small business, they're probably interested in putting their ads in the program book.
Yeah. So
So
we
that's
can sell the space for
No,
advertisement, right? So it's
yes.
no, Julie, would you like to? I know you're in this financial, fundraising group. Jack is in there too, and I'll join that group too, and I know some other people probably will join. But would you like to kind of lead this group? We'll set up meetings and start to convene the meetings. We can discuss a different way to fundraising.
Yeah, I can be. I can be the facilitator.
You're like a lead, just this team. Like you coordinate the meetings, get everyone together, and we can all contribute ideas. How do we actually do it? And then have assignment who outreach to whom, right? We can do all that.
Okay, sure. I'll take care of that.
Yeah, take care of that. You might lead that group. So and then and set up a meet. Celine can maybe give some ideas. How do we use the software you're talking about? But we need to have those subcommittee have their communication channels, so we can. So because subcommittee can meet anytime as you decide, right? Don't have to follow our schedule here.
Yeah, but don't we have general meeting, like planning meeting, like weekly meeting, so the subcommittees can, exchange ideas and give updates. That way, it's easier to coordinate that way.
Sure.
Instead of,
right.
Yeah.
I mean, right now we have every Friday, right? Is that good? If it's good, we can continue. And then each subcommittee, you pick your own time, however you want to meet.
Right.
So I'm hearing we have at least a program committee pretty much set up. Now we have a outreach and fundraising, right? What else?
So for program, I like to be able to post the I guess like a some theme, some topic of the program on our website as soon as possible. One is for marketing purpose. The other one is to find alignment for whoever recommends speakers, facilitators, and panelists, because there are people who are just good to speak. There are people who are famous, but are they going to be a good fit for our topic? Are they going to be able to engage the kind of audience that come to our event? That is very important. So I know that people are, enthusiastic right now, and they want to recommend everyone they know. So before we tell them, no, this is not fit, I'd rather post that up front.
No, I think we have to confirm with them before we can post.
Not the
That's
names, the program theme, the
I see.
pillars of the program, the breakup sections.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't think you need to have them confirm, because we may not want him to be the speaker, right? If you invite him, and he would think that you confirm him to be the speaker, and then I think we should have a discussion and choose the speakers first before we invite them, I feel.
Yes, we do. Stephen, actually, people start to give names now. Our wish list, who would be.
Yeah.
Sure. And that could be in person, also virtually, right? Like Tammy Duckworth. She may not be able to travel to Philadelphia, but she could speak to us over, the big screen virtually, right? Possibly.
Right. It's one of the ways pretty popular now. Yeah. Kind of like virtual participation and deliver the speech. Yeah. but we have
Agree.
to have a list first and then contact them and make sure we
Yeah,
have some
first comes list,
communication
our
and
wish
they have
list.
yeah, if they have the intention to come or not. If they have
Right.
the intention, even now it's not confirmed, as long as they express the intention, that should be okay for us to use for the promoting our event.
Right. So we all should nominate the speakers, and then together we're gonna discuss who should be the speakers and come up with a list. Then we'll go out to invite them, with our personal relationship, and then confirm with the speakers accordingly. And chances are some will accept, some may not be accepting the invitations. But I think we should figure out who should be the speakers first
Right.
among
Right.
ourselves.
Yeah, make a list.
So can we set a date, maybe like in the next 3 days or something, and everybody submit their names, nominations to, this will be calling it through a Weihao or calling it through a Select?
I think we should have a longer time. I would say 10 days, and then people think about. We should not, have people do
Agree,
it in such a
agree.
hurry kind of
Give-
way. Yeah, 10
give
days
longer
to 3
time.
weeks. Yeah.
That's for our internal team of people to come up with the nomination, or that's to open to, like someone like Dr. John's friend and who's just got excited and then they want to send him speakers too. But are we adding everybody to the name list first and then figure out?
Let's work within
It's okay.
ourselves first, yeah. Then later.
We can have the list as long as possible,
Yeah, we can have a big
and then
list,
we can do the final selection. And
I think
shortly-
everybody in the planning committee should be able to nominate. And you could
Everybody
nominate
should
1
nominate
or
something.
2 or 3,
right.
however many, but then we compile the list and we'll decide together,
Right.
who should be the speakers. We could,
Yeah.
have a vote or something.
Okay, the
That
first
would be a
list.
good way.
So the goal
then
for
we
the
can-
so the goal for the speakers is the second day, the Monday, indoor event, in the morning session. Is that correct?
Yeah,
And also
having-
outdoor
also-
opening ceremony, and it's
Yeah,
also
we have
having some
multiple.
speakers.
Okay, yeah. Open.
3 events, right? Basically 3 events.
Yeah, we have
We have
quite
lunch.
a lot of
We have
events.
dinner. We have outdoor celebrate. Yeah, the opening ceremony.
Yeah, I think the program committee should come together, quickly early next week and actually kind of have a sense of what are the major
Right.
theme of the flow and the event. And now from the flow, suggest the speakers, because there are different parts, and then we can suggest a speaker from that flow. Okay, certain speakers are great, but they're not great for the opening. They are great for the banquet, so
That's a
it's-
good idea.
yeah. So
I feel they not necessarily so. If we choose the speakers, we could fit them into the programs accordingly. If you have like someone like Senator Tammy Duckworth, and I think as long as the speaker is willing, we could fit them into the programs. Depends on their availability, and they would
Right.
know how to talk.
correct. Yeah, for certain people, they can fit in different part. True, and then those also is based on their availability to be in the event, right? Then we know that they are the best time for them is show up at this part of the event when they're not available on other parts. So that is also part of the arrangement. And for other people, they are being reached out to speak on particular important topic. Then we have to reach out to specific people to be the
We should have some kind of the guest speakers for this kind of big theme, and also we have some topic speakers for each panel discussions, whatever. It's just several levels, and for the general speech, whatever
Correct,
is
yeah.
very famous one, I see in influential people, it should be always okay. So they don't have to talk, and for the situation.
Correct.
We can maybe do this. I think let's agree. Just everybody start submitting the names, and later once you have a theme, whatever develop, we can do the matching. Later just say here we have a list. Here we have our top. Let's together do the matching. Who actually best fit for what, and then of course we have to assign who actually do the outreach to actually approach them. So we can do that, and we can think at the beginning. Think a while. Earlier I proposed some. Idea, just Stephen, before you jump in, we should even, let's say, think about Asian Americans, major corporate leaderships. There are Indian American CEOs, there are Chinese American CEOs.
Right.
There are CEOs of Google, the CEO of Amazon, not Amazon, but CEO of Microsoft, right? And CEO of Iridium, AMDs,
Yeah.
Jensen Huang. I mean, any one of them we can put on list. Maybe we may not be able to get it, but why not? We have a stage now for them to shine, for them to share.
That's going to be a
Right.
long list. We have so many.
Yeah, we're gonna have a long list. We'll try.
We start with a long list and make it shorter.
We'll see what we can get.
And make it decided once.
A lot of the people may not come. Like if
Right.
you invite Jensen Wang, it would be great that he comes. But chances are he won't.
Right,
So I
but
think
we have-
it,
we
having a
can
long
find
list
others,
doesn't
sitting on
matter.
Right.
Yeah,
Why
I
don't I
agree.
why don't
Okay.
I organize and send out a doc where everyone can in the planning committee can begin to suggest the speakers, so we start to collect all the names that
Yeah, we'll
you-
collect information right now. Yeah, everybody.
Yeah.
Celine, just send out, as you said, everybody to our committee. Everybody's supposed to nominate 1, 2, 3, 5, whatever.
Yeah, you can just like a very brief report.
And then we'll
We
just
got a date and the venues all settled. And then we need to go to the details for the programs and invite all people to nominate the speakers. So it's a very nice.
okay. Well, a lot of brainstorm ideas. Jack, I know is the meeting is always right. Like it's good.
Always longer than planned.
But everybody have such a good idea. That's great. So
Very
Yeah.
important.
Yeah, actually, I have after this meeting, I have a very brief question for Van Ho for the programs I got. Can I ask Wei Hao for the question about the program?
Please do.
Yeah, actually, from your program for the day one, you have 2 sessions for the guided museums and the site immersion, and also the other one is second welcome, and then go to another small group tour and reflection. And you intentionally plan for some overlap time, right? Because for the first one, you have that from 10:30 to 1:30 for the museum, guided museum and the site immersion. And then for the second part, you start at 1 o'clock. And you have 1 to 1:30 for the welcome, like
I think now have changed based on the changes of the timing now. Now I would have changed. I begin to
so
change.
you will give a new version, right?
Yeah, give a new version. So
Okay,
now
okay. So and then don't bother for this old version.
and also everybody can join the process, right? We'll design together. So Wei Hao is leading that, but everybody can join. And share your thought how to do it.
Okay. That's it.
I do have a question. I'm wondering, is Friday night the best time for the planning committee to meet versus let's say Monday night or Tuesday night? I'm just thinking that some of the people would like to have Friday night to relax a little bit after a long week. And so I'm just thinking that we may have more people to join us if we do it on, let's say, Monday night or Tuesday night. But I don't know how you guys feel.
So there's a number of people cannot do nights, because either, Friday is, like you say, end of the week. There's, family obligations. And even for us, we are 9:30, for some are 8:30, 7:30, right? So another thing is Friday night, we talk about stuff, we put the minutes down, but over the weekend, it is a weekend, so we kind of lose the momentum. But if we talk on any time during the week, if we talk Monday, Tuesday, we take action the next day. So
Yeah, I agree. I think that Friday night, I just don't think it's the best night, honestly.
Okay.
And we would sacrifice whatever we want to do, right? But a lot of people, they would want to go out with their spouse to a dinner, right? Friday night, or do something relaxing at home. I think like leaders like us, we still will come. But just like Celine said, maybe, I don't know, possibly Monday or Tuesday night, I feel that would be a better time.
I think all nights is good as long as it's after 9:30 or 9 or 9:30. It's good to me. Every night should be good to me.
So everybody else, what do you think? I mean, I'm flexible. That's it.
well, some of it is personal choice, but what we need to do is some of the subcommittees can meet at different times. Also, some of the things that we discuss, sometimes I have to, just have another meeting with the daytime people. So, just to keep everybody updated. The reason we are doing this on Friday night is because whenever we did the first one, it was due to the reason of, some different people that was joining originally, their timing. And then we just got used to and continuing on Friday. But
So how about Tuesday though? What do you think?
Tuesday's not good for me. I have
Okay.
What about Monday? What about
Monday is good for me.
So let's say Monday night, once we have the planning committee meeting, then other subcommittees can do their things in the rest of the week. And so, people can relax a little bit on Friday, and if we got to do whatever, we can do it on Saturday, Sunday.
I'm good with Monday. Anybody else?
Monday evening is good to me after 9 or 9:30. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, depends. I heard Friday might be family day obligation for families. We have a church gatherings. A lot of us are divided into different small groups. A lot of us, majority of us tend to have the gatherings on Friday evenings for the reason
But
that
that's a different though. That you're talking about church family event. That's the time the whole family go together. I agree with you. Friday's night should be a family event night.
Okay. My point is, Friday to me and to some of us, we think, oh, Friday, it is end of the week, no more work, we can have relaxation, so our thinking doesn't have to be that tough, so it's good to get together. So different, well, that's just about me, not representing anybody
but
else.
what we are doing is not relaxing, it's work, I feel. Well, we got to concentrate to discuss a very meaningful project. It's work, important
So
work.
Right.
I think it's just for a few months, so just Friday is perfect,
I suggest Monday. Friday night, I may not be able to attend going forward, honestly. Right now, my wife is not here, but once she comes back, that's our day night. So, family events, family is important too. So, we can take a vote. If most of us can do it Monday, I would say Monday is a better night.
When all of us are volunteer, we have to, make adjustment ourselves and also have to accommodate family obligations and all that. But if we make enough just to have all of us as staff and have pay hours to be on this meeting, that will make a difference.
How about why don't we do this? Let's all submit our preferred times and then we can take a vote. I think even Saturday morning is better than Friday night.
How about the Sunday night? Take something in between.
Yeah,
I think
Sunday night
Sunday night is a
Sunday
good
night is better
idea
than Sunday night is better than Friday, honestly.
yeah,
Yeah.
Sunday night is kind of the reminding us it's a new week started. so
Yeah.
we
And
should work.
you're well rested during the weekend and you're ready to go back to work.
Yeah. So it's kind of the warm up for
Yeah,
working
warm-up.
day. That's good idea. I think a Sunday
So
evening
take a
is
Sunday
is
night.
better.
We want to do it. Is that okay with everybody? I mean, that's
Yeah.
I'm not too
Usually-
supportive about the Sunday night.
I think Saturday morning, not a bad idea.
Yeah, Saturday morning is not a bad idea, actually. Friday night you relax a little bit. You know get up early in the morning. Saturday, I think most people are available.
Yeah.
But I'm not available because I have a scheduled event for the Saturday morning already. It's a
For this
fixed schedule.
Saturday, see,
Oh, every
are
Saturday.
you talking
Every
about
Saturday.
this every Saturday?
It's a scheduled event.
Okay, I think
So-
Sunday night is either Sunday night or Monday night is a possibility, I feel.
Yeah, both good for me, Sunday night and Monday night.
Same here. I like Sunday.
Yeah, I think Sunday is
Sunday
pretty
is good.
reasonable.
So
Okay, let's make it Sunday night then, okay?
So let's do
Sunday
Sunday
night
night,
is good.
for now, and then later, if we need to adjust, we can adjust. But this is just the time we all connect, as a planning team for national event, because only four months, less than 4 months left. So we have to really keep it going, keep the momentum going. Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah, so I think since all already set the date and the venues,
so
we
let's just
can
set up a Sunday.
try to
Yeah.
stimulate our planning committee
Now
members
for
to
Sunday,
join us.
Suji, you don't need to be 9:30, right? You can.
For Sunday evening, we don't have to be 9:30.
So how
Yeah,
about
maybe
we
do it
Sunday
earlier then.
make it earlier, 9 or something.
9
Yeah, 9 is good. 9 is good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
How about we Sunday? That would, after dinner, how about Sunday night at 9? How's that? Celine's okay with you?
I'll make it happen.
Okay, all right, that's good.
Okay.
So that's the 31st.
The next one,
31st,
right?
the first Sunday evening meeting.
Okay. Meanwhile, we'll just have a subcommittee start working. Yeah. So at least program and the fundraising, these two are critical. Need to get started soon. So next week.
On the first Sunday night, I'm gonna be in Italy. So I may not be able to join, but after that I will be able to join the gathering again. But I probably can join other programming committee gatherings and so on.
No. Okay.
Yeah.
Also, Stephen, try to make connection to this the new connection you just built.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Jennifer Cochran. Yep,
Yeah,
I'll try
try
to
to
make
get
it
that
happen in next week.
Okay.
Okay.
Once I set up the project management thing, I think the communication would be a lot more transparent during the week. So, sometimes we just stay engaged on the text message, even if, for whatever reason, some people cannot come to the meeting.
That's a good idea. Because we all have different schedules.
Yeah, 'cause you
Communication is
just
key
can't
right now. Yes.
expect everyone to always make it.
Okay. Good idea.
Sounds good.
Okay, so we're set for next Sunday, the 31st at 9 o'clock, and we'll go from there.
Okay.
And- all right.
Good.
All right. Thank you, everyone.
Thank
Well,
you.
thanks, guys.
Thank you,
for working
everyone.
hard.
Have a good night.
Good night.
Night.
Okay.
Thank
Have a
you.
great
Good
long
night.
weekend, everyone. Bye-bye.